be convinced that ESP or telepathic force is a reality, but I am. And I am also convinced that that force is trying to destroy this man.
Paul, I may not be able to stop you from this nonsense, but I am reminding you that your silence is imperative, and that any personal considerations must be subjugated at this time.
I have never forgotten that.
See that you don't. Let's go, dear. I'm relying on you, Paul. We all are.
I'll see you later.
Paul, have you ever worn a medallion around your neck?
No.
You're not wearing one now?
Oh, of course not. Let's see for yourself. Why do you ask?
Because I saw one there a while ago. It's a very simple concept. Einstein demonstrated that a solid object is, in reality, a mass of energy. Paul, the Russians have photographed objects and then photographed the area after the object has been removed and found an electromagnetic outline of the object was still there. They've taken electromagnetic photographs of parking lots long after the cars had gone, and the pictures clearly showed the electromagnetic outlines of the cars as if they were still there. We're simply going to exercise some of those same principles now. I want you to stand over here against this black screen. This may be a little bright. The energy field, the aura or outline of your body will appear on this monitor. All right, Paul, you can step away. Come have a look. There's no question that all physical matter has an energy field. Unless you want to argue with Einstein.
I don't believe I've ever seen the man you described, and I've never seen this particular design before either.
This is a replica of the one we saw on the monitor. And the one I saw around your neck here yesterday. It's meant to represent the natural forces of the universe.
What has all this got to do with me?
These medallions are used by many East Indian philosophic sects. Paul, who are these people you're negotiating with? Who are you involved with? And what kind of information do you have? Would they be willing to pick your mind apart for it?
I can't tell you anything. Look, I'm no different than a Secret Service man. If need be, my life goes on the line without question.
Mine too?
I'm sorry, Michael. You'll have to find another way.
Dr. Rhodes.
Nita? I'd like to talk to you.
Of course. Have you seen Paul?
Yes.
I didn't give him much support yesterday, did I?
No.
I do love him, you know.
I know.
I apologize for the way I acted. I'd like to make it up somehow.
Maybe you can. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Can you remember where?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Do you go to many of the functions that your father and Paul attend? State affairs, receptions, that sort of thing?
Almost all of them. I sort of took over for my mother after she died.
Do you remember anyone showing a special interest in Paul? Perhaps 6 months ago.
Special interest?
Someone asking questions of a personal nature. Things about his background, his schooling, hobbies. Anything beyond the usual perfunctory kind.
I don't think so. I don't remember anyone. Is it important?
Now try to remember, and if you come up with anything, call me. All right?
Of course.
I'd like to see your father if he's still here.
I'm sorry. He left just minutes before you got here. He was going to see Paul.
Thank you.
Dr. Rhodes! I remember where I saw the medallion. It was at a reception right here at the house. East Indian delegate of some sort. He wore it hanging around his neck.
Can you describe him?
Well, thin, a very dark complexion. I remember his eyes. They were very deep set, very large. I'm afraid that's all.
That may be enough. I'll try to catch your father over at Paul's house. Thank you.
Paul, what's happened to you? Dragging in a man like Rhodes, ESP, it could all blow up in our faces.
Now, you don't know what it's like. I've lived with it for months. I couldn't stand it any longer. I had to get help.
Paul, you hang in there on your own. We're standing between two countries who are going for each other's throat. We've put it all on the line, and we're in the middle.
I haven't forgotten that.
But we've spent years on this one project. All our diplomatic and intelligence work hinges on this one meeting tomorrow afternoon.
You don't understand at all, do you?
I understand you'd better pull yourself together. We can't let anything weaken or threaten our position tomorrow.
Then let me resign.
And who's going to replace you? It's taken you half your life to reach the point where both countries have faith in you and will abide in any decision you make in that meeting tomorrow or any of the meetings to follow it. I'm not arguing from my position as your superior. We've all got it on the line. Paul, can you do it?
I'll try.
I know you will. I'll see you tomorrow.
Paul? If what I believe is correct, you're going to see some proof. You can step out now, Paul.
There are two outlines.
Yes. One is yours and that other belongs to the telepath.
What does it mean?
It's a process called biological imposition. And carried to its ultimate, it means a telepath with highly developed ESP is gradually taking over your psyche and replacing it with his own permanently.
You saying that's happening to me?
It's the only answer. Each time your mind or psyche is displaced, his psyche becomes more permanent. I began to understand when I saw the medallion yesterday for the first time. The telepath wears the medallion, not you. He's the man I saw in my vision. It all fits, Paul. The blanks in your memory. Those are periods when his psyche is taking control. That's why you're seeing the visions of the woman drowning in the waters.
I don't understand anything.
It's possible that as he is taking your mind over, replacing it with his, you're so in tune you're seeing things from his unconscious. It's his unconscious that you're experiencing in those visions. Paul, if we don't stop him, the alternative for you, for your mind, is literally oblivion.
You don't really expect me to believe any of this, do you?
Paul. Paul, wait a minute. Paul, where are you going? Paul.
I tried to kill you.
No, not you. The telepath tried to kill me. His mind, his will. Paul, each time it's getting easier for him to take over. Each time he gets stronger, you're weaker. I know we're onto the truth.
Truth? I don't even know what's reality anymore.
The reality is that a spy or a thief can be caught, uncovered. But a man like you, in a unique position, trusted, unimpeachable, a man like you permanently controlled by someone else's psyche, someone else's mind, that will never betray itself, that's staggering. Just now, I saw the dark world of the telepath's subconscious. Just as you described it, I picked it up from you. I saw his terror in that water. Paul, he's given us a weapon.
Took every muscle I still have to get these dossiers on such short notice.
Paul, are these